What's your Tyler Expect my Raw review for September 1st, 2025, and as you know, WECW. This is nothing about Raw. I mean, Raw was what it was, really. And it was in Paris, France again. Just like last night with Clash in Paris, so they still kept that cool entrance stage, which that felt like ruthless aggression vibes from that set, really. But as you know, this has nothing to do with Raw. It was what it was, really. I mean, except for the Becky Seth Punk segment, but there's that. And I'll talk about what's gonna happen on Friday, but still. As you know, WWE now, we're only like what? September, October, November, December. 4 months now from now. WWE is gonna split up the rosters and there's that. I'm gonna keep the new gen ring, but I'm gonna have the WWE Nitro ring and to have like different brands like, Raw and SmackDown and yeah. Um so there's that, basically. But we gotta go through Revenge and then the next three after that. But still. We actually started with CM Punk walking in the parking lot, and then Raw General Manager Baligo comes up to him and says he knows what he's doing. He wants him to come inside, and Punk says there's only one way in and out of the arena, and he's waiting for Seth to show up. Yeah. We actually started with Jey Uso coming down. He says what happened to Roman Reigns, and he said, Jey Uso coming out, calling out the Vision, become it's go time, and then LA Knight comes out. They start, Big Range here, then Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker comes out of the stage, and they talk about, with is Paul Heyman's health. Heyman is currently in the hospital because Roman Reigns put him there, and OTC champ picks up, and Breaker says Knight and Uso should confirm that Heyman is not here. No one is here to hold them back, and there's that. This is a tag match for the main event, also. And yeah, it's called WrestlePalooza. Will be the first event streaming on ESPN's service. Well, it's bundled with Disney Plus, so there's that. Anyways, then we get the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane defeats Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. Asuka make Roxanne tap out to the Asuka lock, the crossface chicken wing version of it, which is the better one of the two in my opinion. Uh, Not bad, but I rather have the Kabuki Warriors going for the women's tag titles at this point, or put them on SmackDown, because goddamn. So, 2.5, yeah. And then they address the vacant women's world title scene. It's going to be Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky. Well, the good news is it's not Rhea Ripley or Liv Morgan. Thank God. And backstage, Seth Rollins is still waiting for, or CM Punk is still waiting for Seth Rollins. Then we have Finn Balor defeating Dragon Lee. Not good. I'm getting sick of the fucking judge with a nonsense. 1 out of 5. Anyways, then Io Sky is walking backstage, and Nikki Bella walks up to her and then wishes her luck in the women's world title match, and the Complete Warriors walk up, and Asuka pushes Nikki Bella away. And then, we talk about that. There's that. Anyways, then Dominic is talking with Finn Balor and JD McDonough, and then Bald Eagle tells him he's banning Balor and McDonough from ringside, and he should have banned somebody else also. We'll get to that. Then we get Penta and the War Raiders defeating the New Day and Grayson Waller. Whatever. A 2 I'll give it. It was fine. Then Rhea is getting interviewed, talk about, the Stampede Vicarious Sky match for WrestlePalooza, and then says she's going to, she'll get a title shot. No more viewing the title scene. And then Asuka, there could be Kabuki Warriors in her, and Asuka says she can't believe Ripley wants a title match. And yeah, can we keep her away from this? Anyways, then Pierce is backstage where Raquel and Roxanne are storming in, and their theory is that Io Sky has the Women's World title match. When she's the last person to be here, then Lyra Valkyria walks in, and there was a screaming contest. And then, Lyra, Pierce tells Lyra Valkyria that he talked to Bayley. She says some weird things, but she'll be back soon. At least there's no, that weird promo packages of Bayley where she's hearing voices in her head, came from 2006. Well, speaking of which, isn't that a weird coincidence? Yeah. And then the Men's Intercontinental Championship match. Dawn defeats AJ Styles to retain the title. If this was a clean finish, it would have been fine. But no, that fucking El Granny fuckery came in. AJ, go back to SmackDown where you're better at. Go back to SmackDown, dethrone Cody Rhodes, and get back to where you were. Horrible finish. A 3 out of 5 for that fucking horrible finish. They talk about what happened yesterday with Roman Reigns defeat Bronson Reed, and Reigns gets attacked by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, and there's that, there's that, and then there's another video page of Rusev that said that clashes in Paris. Two former friends walked into one, but only one walked out, and there's that, and then CM Punk comes out, makes his way to a huge ovation sip. And Punk says he wanted for Seth Rollins long enough. The show doesn't run on Rollins' time. Punk is hijacking the show, and then we hear Seth's music, and then Becky Lynch comes out. And yeah, Lynch says she had to listen to Punk tell lies about her husband, and there's that, and then Rollins can come out, and then CM Punk transpired, and Lynch says he's not the voice of the voiceless, he's the poster child of Amberlin. And Lynch said she never forgot that. They didn't get her to the main event of WrestleMania. She did it on her own, and then Becky just slapped. By the way, there was AJ Lee chants, and then Lynch said she doesn't work here. And we'll get to that in a moment, and then Becky slaps CM Punk in the face, and then Yeah, and then Rollins wins it on the stage, looking on, and then yeah, and then Punk's fearlessly walking backstage. Pierce says Seth Rollins got in the car and left. Pierce says Punk knows where he works, and Punk asks where SmackDown in this Friday, and Pierce says it'll be in Chicago, and Punk smiles and says tremendous. This is getting a return of AJ Lee. I'm calling it right now. But anyways, then the main event is Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed defeats LA Knight and Jey Uso. It was a fine tag match, but Braun Breaker hits Jey Uso with the spear and wins. So there's that. And then afterwards, Jimmy Uso comes in to save the day, and that's how the show ended. Yeah, a fine main event, but 2.5 I'll give it. Raw was just there. So I'll give it a C plus. And there's that. I'll do the Dumpster Fire tomorrow, and then Wednesday will be episode 90. What was it, 93 of Showdown or something like that. And then Thursday, my second channel, subscribe and click the notification on that one. You will see on this Thursday WCW Fall Brawl 1993 with War Games. And yeah. So there's that. Saturday I'll probably do the Minecraft movie review, and then Sunday I'll do the Boring Europe video game review also. And I won't talk about another video game review until SpongeBob's Titans of the Tide game will come out in November. I know there's that Mortal Kombat Legacy collection, but I'll save that for another time. So there's for those first 3 MK games. So there was that. But yeah, like this video, comment below, subscribe to this Sharing Vacation Mail, and as well as my signature channel, Tiles Red Reviews. You obviously know about that. And there. And what numbers I'm going to talk about, wait until that community tag comes up. Because I'm in a torn between either the 2000 or 2005 numbers. Some point I'll do the 2003 one, but not this time. Because my schedule for this month is up for retro reviews. That is on the secondary channel, so there's that. Bye-bye.